black and gold, running up the skyline. Steel Hawk crew, it's the Crow's Nest 9. Rolling down the riverside, city shining big. History in our blood, never drop a gig. Eyes on the field, legacy in hand. Enterprise strong, respect in the land. Raise a Jolly Roger, everybody knows. Crow's Nest 9, where the true fans go.
Hey everybody, welcome to episode 3 of the Crow's Nest 9 podcast, your go-to spot for everything Pittsburgh Pirates baseball. I'm your host Eddie, coming to you from Cranberry, Pennsylvania, where the black and gold runs just as deep as it does downtown. We're roughly 2 weeks into the 2026 regular season, about a dozen games in the book, and folks, the Pirates are sitting on a 7-5 record. That's a solid .583 win percentage. Right now we're in 3rd place in the NL Central. We're just one game back from both the Reds and Brewers, who are tied 8-4. Cardinals right now are 7-5 too, and the Cubs are a couple games back at 6-6. Run differential sits at a +6 right now. 54 runs scored, 48 allowed. It's early, but we're winning more than we're losing, and seems to be some real momentum building. No more of the maybe next year talk that we've been hearing for so long. This squad actually looks like it can compete right now under Don Kelly. Before we dive in, let's take a quick second to thank everyone who's been tuning in and supporting the show. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button, leave us a review, and let's build this thing together. Alright, let's grab a drink, settle in. We got a full episode ahead because we got a lot to unpack in this first 12 games. Let's talk some Bucs baseball. Let's start with the big picture, the standings and what they mean this early. NL Central is always a dogfight, but right now the top 3 teams are basically even. Reds and Brewers are 8-4. Us and St. Louis are 7-5. One game back is nothing in April. What really matters are the underlying numbers. We're averaging 4.5 runs scored per game, allowing right around 4. The offense has shown some real pop, especially in the middle of the order. Pitching staff, led by the young guns, has kept us in every game. Compare that to last slow April start, and you can see a big difference and confidence in execution. Don Kelly has his team playing loose and aggressive. Now let's break down the offense in detail, because there's some guys who are absolutely carrying the load and a couple we need to see some more from. Leading the charge is O'Neal Cruz. This guy is on fire. He's already smacked 4 home runs in just 12 games, driving in 12 RBIs, batting around .292 with a slugging percentage of over .580. He's walking more, striking out less than usual, and speed on the bases is still a weapon. When Cruz is locked in like this, the entire lineup gets better because pitchers can't just pitch around him. Ryan O'Hearn's been a surprise star of April, batting around .389 with 3 home runs and 11 RBIs. Been an absolute tank in the cleanup spot. .489 on base percentage, slugging over .690. This guy is seeing the ball well, driving it to all fields, and giving us exactly what we hoped for when we brought him in. If O'Hearn stays this hot, he becomes a cornerstone of this lineup for the next few years. Bryan Reynolds is doing what Bryan Reynolds does. Steady .244 average, couple of home runs, good on-base work, and veteran leadership out in the outfield. Brandon Lau is adding power in the infield, 3 homers already, solid OPS, 900. Nick Gonzalez has been reliable at second base and seeing contributions up and down the lineup. On the flip side, we knew we would have some adjustment periods. Marcell Ozuna has been struggling early, ice cold at the plate. We brought him in to the middle for some power, but he hasn't been producing like we need him. It's only April, so I'm not hitting the panic button, but we really need him to start heating up soon because this lineup's depth is good but not endless. Henry Davis behind the plate has shown some promise. Little pop, good defense, but we're still waiting for him to break out consistently. Overall, the offense is clicking in the right spots, but we're relying on 1 or 2 guys every night. Huge step forward from the past seasons. Let's shift over to the pitching side, because this is where I'm most encouraged. The rotation and bullpen together have been giving us a real chance to win almost every night. Paul Skenes is already looking like the ace we hoped that he'd be. He's 2-1 with a 5.25 ERA through 3 starts, but don't let that number fool you. That last outing against the Padres on April 7th, he was dominant. 6+ innings, he only allowed 2 hits, 6 strikeouts in that 7-1 victory. He got the stuff, the command is coming along, and once he strings together a few more quality starts, his ERA will be dropping fast. This kid's going to be a Cy Young candidate again before we know it. Mitch Keller has been fantastic early. Sub 2.0 ERA in his first couple outings. This guy is locating his fastball, the slider is biting, and he's eating innings. This is the version of Keller that we've been waiting for. All-star level every 5th day. We've been seeing some strong work from Braxton Ashcraft and some of the other depth arms. The bullpen has mostly been reliable, keeping games close when the starters hand it off. Team ERA right now is 3.33 overall. That's top half of the league in the early going. One thing I love about how our staff is attacking hitters: fewer walks, more strikeouts in key moments, and the defense behind them has been solid. We're not giving away the extra outs. Now let's get into the recent games, because the last 2 weeks tell the story of where this team's headed. We've opened the season with a tough trip to New York and Cincinnati, split the series with the Mets, and then took 2 of 3 from the Reds. That series win in Cincy felt huge. Skenes got his first win there on April 1st. Then we came home, swept the Orioles, 3 straight wins, including a big 8-2 victory on April 5th. The offense explodes in a couple of those games, and the pitching held firm. The sweep gave the whole fan base a jolt of energy. After that, the Padres came to town. We dropped the first one 0-5. We bounced back huge the next day with Skenes on the mound with a 7-1 win, complete domination. Then, unfortunately, we dropped the rubber match 2-8 on April 8th. Still taking 4 of 6 from 2 solid teams on the schedule is a great sign, though. The vibe in the clubhouse looks different this year. Guys are playing with swagger, and Don Kelly has them believing that they can win every series. Big front office news you've probably seen by now. Top prospect Connor Griffin made his MLB debut, and the Pirates wasted 0 time locking him up. 9-year extension. That's a massive commitment from the front office. Griffin is the future shortstop, and this move shows it. They're all in on building around this young core. That's the kind of long-term security is exactly what the fans have been asking for. On the injury side, we did lose Jared Triolo to the IL early. Knee issue, expected to be out for a couple weeks. Not ideal, but the depth that we've added this offseason will help cover it up. We've seen some young guys step up already. Let's talk about what's working well and what we still need to improve on heading into the next stretch. What's working is the young talent is producing right now. Cruz, Skenes, Keller, O'Hearn, and the bullpen has been better than it's been in years. The front office has actually spent some money and made some smart moves instead of just hoping for the best. What we still need to see, more consistency from the bottom of the order. Ozuna needs to heat up, and the starting rotation needs to go a little bit deeper in games so the bullpen doesn't get overworked by June. But overall, the foundation's there. I'll say this. It's still April, and we've seen hot starts fizzle out before. The difference this year is the talent level and organizational commitment. This isn't just rebuilding anymore. This is a team trying to make the playoffs in 2026. All right, Bucs fans, I want to hear from you. Are you buying into the early season success, or are you still waiting for the other shoe to drop? Who's been your favorite player so far? Cruz, Skenes, O'Hearn, Griffin? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Or hit me up on my socials. They'll be in the show notes. Well, that's going to wrap up the main part of episode 3. We covered the standings, the offense, the pitching, recent games, big roster news, and what's next. There's tons of baseball left, but the early signs are genuinely exciting. If you're enjoying this podcast, do me a solid. Subscribe on whatever platform you use, leave a 5-star review, and share it with another Pirates fan. Word of mouth is how we grow these things. Until next time, from right here in Cranberry, thanks for listening, stay positive, and let's keep riding that wave. Let's go Bucks.